Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the ring.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Un par de gente se llama el Putin Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the ring.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Un par de gente se llama el Putin Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
What's going on, guys? We're gonna be starting this real soon. We're
Money
not
work.
gonna keep it running too long tonight.
Dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the ring.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Un par de gente se llama el Putin Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes.
Last time we're gonna let this roll and we'll get right to it.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the ring.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Un par de gente se llama el Putin Money.
What's good? Mike is in the building. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday, guys. Very, very excited for tonight's guest. As you guys already know, we have Adam Waheed in the building. Very, very interesting guy. He's been in the industry for a very long time, produced thousands of articles for different publication, and currently producing video content in a new format, of course, since we're transitioning things quite a bit. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight, guys. We're going to talk about motorcycles, passion for motorcycles, getting into the industry, best practices if you want to be in the industry, and I've got word, I could speak from that aspect, that others that I know that I'm very familiar with are experienced with Adam. Very chill guy, very laid back. You will see immediately once we start the stream. And that he's a very good person to know, and a very inviting when it comes to someone that's newest in the industry. And he tends to welcome people with open arms without any judgment. So that's really, really dope. And I think that's something that's something to be celebrated in our industry, since it's so small and there are so little spaces for everyone to prosper and kind of do well. So I think it's really nice to see that. We're gonna do what we do best, just kind of quickly say what's up to everyone that's kind of tuned in before we bring Adam on. He has a limited amount of time. So we're gonna be easy when we're talking about just having them wait to kind of be on and stuff like that. So just a heads up. We have 5 ups in the building. Hold on one second. Let's pull up the chat real quick here, just before I do that. And then we'll just get straight to it, guys. Again, thank you everybody that's tuning in tonight, man. Really appreciate it. I know it takes a lot for you guys to take your Sunday nights and come and chill with us, but we appreciate it dearly. So that's always cool to see.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Oh man, everything is moving so fast. We already have a super chat from Solo Rider tonight. Really cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All love and support.
Solo Rider?
You could hear Adam right in the back. Really, really cool. Man, we have Don on the run. What's good, peeps? Thank you, sir, coming through. Appreciate it. My wifey's in the building. Always here to show love and support. Power Moto. Steve Solo Rider 82's here. Governor D Nice. I know I'm kind of running through things quite a bit. I much rather spend the majority of our time talking with Adam instead of kind of just doing the regular things that we do before getting to it. Here we go. Oh, actually, let me pull this up. This was kind of funny by 5 Up mention here. Early on to the chat, he said, "What's up, Mike? Beautiful hair, Adam." Oh, man. Let's see what we got. Chachon Jeremy. What's up, man? You sub. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Always appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up when you join the stream or watch any of the video. Helps with the algorithm, so that's always a cool thing. We have Governor D Nice, a usual suspect. Again, more people is going to be tuning in. Sasong Moto Vlog is here also. Really, really cool. All right, guys. So we're going to backtrack to this in a little bit and keep on chiming in. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to drop them in the live chat, and both Adam and I will be answering stuff. But for now, let's give Adam a warm welcome, man. Really, really appreciate you being here, Mr. Adam Waheed.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Welcome to the stream, Adam.
Mike, do you see me?
Yes, sir.
Nice, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for having me today, dude. I'm honored to be part of this.
Well, we appreciate you taking the moment of your day to come and tune in and chat with everyone. And just to kind of keep it nice and light, man, just kind of give us a little brief breakdown of you being in the industry and what you do. Let people know. That would be awesome.
Okay, yeah. Well, my name is Adam Waheed, and I work at this company called MotorcyclistOnline.com, and it's a old school motorcycle magazine from the 1900s, you know, but it doesn't have a print magazine component anymore. Obviously, back in the old days, that's all they had was print magazines. So that's what that company used to be. But now, you know, now that went away because it's really hard for companies to figure out how to make that work. So now it's just a blog, you know, so it's just a blog and a YouTube channel. And yeah, I just work as the senior editor over there. So my responsibility is just, you know, making content and just, you know, publishing content. So that's what I do.
So I have to kind of mention this. You just mentioned that originally this was a publication where they did a lot of digital print. I'm assuming they even went as far back with doing paper print, right?
Yeah. I mean, it started in 1912 doing paper print.
Oh,
yeah.
So you weren't joking when you said 1900s.
No, I'm serious. Like that company, the company I represent is like 108 years old.
Yeah, so it must be a real honor having somebody like that, being in a company that's, you know, that's been ingrained into the motorcycle culture for this long, and for you to be part of that. So that's kind of really cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of neat, you know. I always have a soft spot in my heart for like history and, you know, legacy. You know, so got my math bad. It's 110 years. Sorry, I was double checking that. But yeah, I have a soft spot in my heart for like history and legacy and that kind of stuff, and like, so it's neat just to be, you know, part of it. You know, it's not like I guess for our company, it's not really the heyday of it, you know, but like it's still cool to be a part of it and, you know, just kind of keep it going, you know.
So here's the interesting part. Do I guess companies like Motorcyclist Magazine tend to either phase out certain aspects, since we're talking about, you know, written articles, which I still think written articles are something that's very important that's being done, because what tends to happen when people do written articles, they're unbiased. You get a lot of specs because in video format, you have a very small time frame to either capture someone or at least retain someone's attention span during that time frame. So we tend to compress everything, either the content or as much you can give out kind of thing. And I think in an article, you have a wide range. You know, you have a beginning, middle, and end to your story, you know, basically a full format. And it really takes skill to do that, unlike someone that just takes a GoPro and just kind of tells their personal feeling about the bike.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it does, but it also takes skill to have a GoPro and tell your personal feeling about the bike too.
That's very true. And this is what I mean by him being very welcoming, guys. I mean, we've seen, or at least I've heard stories where people feel a little bit different, where, for example, more up-to-date content creators are slowly joining the marketing, you know, wheel, right? Helping promote and stuff like that. But when they do enter a space with your traditional journalist, there's kind of like this air a little bit between the two. And I think somebody like yourself do not share that opinion. And that's really nice to see, or at least hear from what I've been told.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm inclusive, dude. Inclusive everything.
Yeah. So hang tight. I'm gonna roll a clip here of one of your videos, which is, I think, is really cool. Just kind of show people here exactly what you do. And of course, I'm sure you guys are very well aware of what kind of content Adam produced. But let's take a quick look here, man. Really, really dope. This is most recent. Look at that shot.
What are you watching?
The Desert X.
Oh, nice. Hey folks, we just got done riding Ducati North America's 2023 Desert X. This is an all-new middleweight adventure touring bike from Ducati out of Bologna, Italy. Now, Ducati had teased this motorcycle extensively when they unwrapped it at the EICMA show a few years ago. Fast forward to today, and they finally imported this vehicle into North America for US consumption. Let's start with the styling. I love the aesthetic of this vehicle, especially in this flat matte white colorway. I just love that this motorcycle literally looks like a brand new version of the original Cafiga Elephant from the late 80s. I think Ducati did a really nice job using styling elements from that motorcycle, yet fitting modern hardware on that bike.
Definitely has inspired a lot of people that's new to the industry, man. You're very natural when it comes when you're in camera.
Thanks, man. Hey, you liked it?
Yeah, man, this is awesome. So you walk us through something like that. So, for example, this is a Ducati event where they're releasing the Desert Sled, and you get the opportunity to kind of go out and ride it and do a video and a written review, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So just walk us through that, like with the process. I'm talking about what it takes. Do you have like a camera person with you, or this is all done a one-man show kind of thing, which is more like what somebody like myself do, or somebody like Eve does, where we kind of...
Oh, which video was it?
It was a Desert X video that you did for Ducati.
I know, but which one? I did two.
Oh, wow. I didn't see it. That was the original. That was the promotion one that you went to, where you rode it off-road and stuff like that, and then you had the you stood in front of it and spoke about the bike as you were rolling some beat rolls. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that video. Okay, yeah. So for that video, the host, which was Ducati North America, they have a videography team, and their videography team is sometimes the same but sometimes different. This time it was the same as these fellows who've done the last couple. I believe that the name of the team is Fluid, with a P, P-H-E, Fluid Films. And they are the ones who were responsible for acquiring video.
Wait,
So basically,
no. So since they are producing it, right? Are they cutting this down for you as well, or you do it?
well, I didn't edit that video. I can edit the videos, but I usually don't. So this video was edited by an external colleague of mine.
Okay.
So he did it. So, he edited it. So, he edited it and had to do some tweaking with the colors because it was a little bit oversaturated and this and that. But yeah, he edited it and it turned out okay, and that's kind of what happened.
Okay. So something like this, since this is a Ducati event, are there like do's and don'ts, or the reason why I'm asking is because in cases where it's an event hosted by the actual brand, I think a lot of people tend to fear that sometimes you can't say certain things, you can't say the pros or the cons or what you don't like because it's almost like a restraint almost. Do you find that you encounter those issues?
Not really, no. I mean, I just kind of just show up and just, I'm kind of act like myself. I try to be a little bit more, punctual and respectful of things. Not that I'm not normally like that normally, but like you're a guest of a party, so it's like you just kind of have to be on a little bit better behavior than if you were just at your house on a Friday night.
I understand, definitely understand. But they do capture some amazing footage. So I'm assuming once they capture all of those pro footage and then they'll send it out. I guess they'll either a Dropbox or something like that where you guys get all the footage and then you kind of, I'm assuming, edit everything down.
Yeah, everyone uses like Dropbox or BoxSync or whatever. There's a bazillion of them. They're all the same though.
So
some work better than others though. I have to admit that.
Okay.
I'm not a big Dropbox guy.
Okay. So what I think that's really cool, which I was completely unaware, I'm sure it's probably something that's new to everyone else that's watching the stream as well. I always thought that when a journalist go to one of these events, they are doing their own thing or they have their own camera crew kind of thing and do it, which is fairly new to me that they shoot it and then provide the actual footage and stuff, which is really cool.
Well, it didn't used to always be like that. That's kind of like maybe like more of a new thing, a newer thing, or they've only been doing that for a couple of years now, so it's kind of a little bit new for them.
Well, I mean, just from you explaining that, the only benefit I would think that would be for a company to do it in that manner would be to control the quality of the video, at least making sure all the clips, everything's, cut under the same, 4K or something like that, or at least the same resolution. And the bike looks great no matter which angle because they know it best, I'm assuming.
I mean, that's an aspect, but that's not the only aspect, but that is one aspect.
What do you think are the other aspects?
Well, a lot of I mean, that's just one aspect. There's other aspects. Most companies, they don't have any money, so they would never be able to send a videographer team, because they're broke. So that is an aspect, another aspect is, a lot of the people are lazy, so they don't even want to do it. So, if you didn't spoon feed them with help, they wouldn't be able to do it because they're lazy.
What do you mean? You're talking about that? Wait. Are you referring to the content or just getting there and to create something or at least review it? Because I would find that this is an amazing opportunity if it came my way where I would take it extremely seriously to kind of do the best job that I can. You're telling me that someone with this opportunity they can't be reliable enough? That's wild.
It's just like everything in life. You got people that try hard every time and people that just cruise. It's like that in every profession of the world, whether you're a policeman, a doctor, a lawyer, a Navy SEAL. You cruise. There's guys who cruise, and there's people who try hard and just work hard. So it just, everyone's different, and you encounter those types of people in every profession and every trade all over the world. So this is how it is, So if they provide the video people, then the guest is more likely, they're not for sure likely, but they're more likely to do something,
Okay.
So that's kind of how that goes. It's just like everything in life. If you make it easy for people to do stuff, they have a better chance of doing it. You know, if you rent a car and the car is full of gas when you rent it, you're more likely to probably use that company next time. You know, if they give you the car and it's out of gas, well, then you're more likely not to use them next time. It's the same kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Maybe that wasn't the best analogy, but that's kind of how it is, you know?
Well, I get the gist of what you're saying. You know, ideally making it as easy as possible.
Yep.
Exactly, for them to produce. Just really focus on really the review instead of having to, because I've been in this space where I'm reviewing something. If I'm doing like an Alpine Stars product or something like that, doing layout and shooting, we're talking about handling a lot of steps before you actually get to the actual review part of the product itself. So, just wanted to quick mention it. We have Black Moses in the building. Very cool, man. I appreciate you coming in.
What's up, man?
We have a lot of regulars. Black Moses, Black Moses, Ebe, everybody else. Adam.
Ebe's there?
He should be tuning in. He messaged me a little bit earlier, so always good to see him on there. So
yeah, is he in Cincinnati? Cleveland. Sorry.
That's it. He is super great. He's a super great dude. I've had the pleasure to have good convo with him via 650 Ebe. This is 5 Up Motorcycles
nice.
mentioning here.
That's what Alan Lane's saying?
No. This is 5 Up. He said he's spoken to you too. A lot of people has experience with you, so this is, and I'm getting the same vibe pretty much from everyone else. It's a very chill, very laid back vibe that everyone got. Their experience with you has always been the same, so that's always very cool to see. But
awesome.
So do you enjoy doing the videos more, or prefer to go out and ride a bike, gather all your thoughts and taking notes, and then down the line when you write your article and publish it, do you find that that's less engaging, or is it just a different beast and you tend to enjoy them differently?
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's kind of like work. So, you know, I don't really have a preference, honestly. You know, I just try to get it done. You know, I'm not trying to be like lazy where I try to get it done as fast as possible, but I'm definitely trying to get it done as fast as possible. You know, so I don't really, you know, back in the old days when it was less of a job for me, I would get maybe more excited, but you know, it's fun to do this, you know, and we're really lucky, and you know, we definitely don't take it for granted, but it's all work, man. Like, you know, so, you know, it doesn't really, is like, it just doesn't really, I don't get excited either way. Like, I just kind of want to get it done and do the best job possible, you know?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned you don't get excited about it. Is it because that you've been doing it for so many years? This is why you find yourself just, it feels more like work, or you're comfortable with doing it? Because, you know, again, as I mentioned,
it's just work, dude, and it's just like another bike. There's always another bike. It just doesn't even matter. And to be fair, all these bikes, you know, not to be like a Debbie Downer, but like all the bikes are kind of boring. Like, there's really not that many like really, really cool bikes that come out.
Oh,
like,
don't say that, man. I do not say that, because now I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, man. I'm gonna say it, and don't be offended. You're starting to sound like you jaded after riding for so long and doing this for a long time. Oh no, don't.
Well, like that Ducati, I mean, it's just like the same as, like, they've been making that bike for decades at this point. Like, it's all the same kind of. Yeah, like, yeah, you can ride it off road a little bit, but I don't know. It's just like, you know, we had, like, the last time I rode an exciting bike is the other day. We rode the super bikes, you know, the new ones. And, you know, that was exciting just because they melt your face off with acceleration, you know, and you have to, like, hang on to them for dear life. So that's exciting, but that's like, those are few and far between bikes. Like, they don't make that many of those things, you know, they don't sell many. You don't get an opportunity to really ride those bikes, even for reviews that much like that. So, you know, all like the kind of mainstay bikes, like, yeah, you know, these manufacturers are making these bikes, and they're making them better, and they have more features, and you know, their build quality's getting better, but it's nothing really that's like, oh my god, it's so awesome. At least not to me, you know.
All right, I'm just gonna call it. You're jaded, man.
I'm jaded there.
I'm watching your Desert X video. I'm like, damn, that's you know what it is. The way it's put together. Okay, not even the Desert X. For example, the Pikes Peak one, right? I'm watching that, and I'm like, damn, look at the views, look at the road, and I'm having that sensation, which is what the video is supposed to do. And you're like, man, it's like the same thing.
I get it. No, I mean, well, the funny thing about video is you shoot video right.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of makes you want to do something, and it also, if you shoot video right, the video is going to look better than real life, you know?
Oh, come on. Yo, Adam is like giving you
I'm
this.
not lying, dude.
This is so wrong. You're like, man.
I'll take photos on my drone. And I'll take the photo, and I'll look at it. I'll be like, God, that photo's sick. But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's just nothing. And I look at the photo, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's way sicker. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but look at it this way. You get to create this vision to get people super excited and super pumped. And I think with you doing this for so many years and stuff and riding so many bikes, do you find that maybe at some point, since I've said this before to people, all of these motorcycles, there are no more bad bikes at this point. You know?
Not really.
The industry has come a long way. Motorcycles has grown and excel in terms of performance, comfort, different styles. There's a wide array of stuff that you can pick from. Do you find that it's tough to kind of find what's special at this point? That's what it really sounds like, almost.
Do I think it's difficult to find what's special?
Yes.
In what though?
In a different motorcycle brand, the make, the style, because I mean, I have tons of clip here. Even I have some stuff here with you off-road, which actually not even off-road, actually hang tight. I want to roll this also, which I thought was super excited. And it's the KTM video. I'm just going to let you know which one it is, because heads up, guys, Adam cannot see what I'm rolling until probably after the stream. It's the KTM Supermoto, which completely got me super psyched about that bike, just watching it. Take a look.
Hey folks, we just got done riding KTM's 2021 450 SMR. That's right, after a 7-year hiatus from KTM's North America model lineup, they've decided to re-import its competition spec Supermoto bike. KTM credits a lot of success from its sister brand, Husqvarna, and its FS450, and why
I'm talking
it
to
has
Alan
decided
Lane
to
right
bring
now
this
via
bike
text.
back into America and get a piece of the action. Now, in typical KTM form, every model year they update their chassis, their frames, their engines, and all of these changes go across the entire dirt bike lineup. So the chassis on this motorcycle, the engine on this motorcycle is all based on KTM's 450 SXF motocross bikes. These 450cc KTM engines are just a gem. They make a ton of power, they sound cool, they're light, they're compact. The 5-speed gearbox has proper gear ratios. That slipper clutch that it has inside this bike just really makes it easy to ride at the circuit. You need a slipper clutch on these bikes because
watching stuff like this has really, you know, at least for me, really show, you know, the difference between each one of these bikes, or at least the different experience. That KTM video with the Supermoto, which I'm a big fan of Supermotos, so really make a big difference.
That's like my job. My job is to like tell people about stuff, you know. So, you know, if I wasn't able to do that, then I probably shouldn't have my job. You know.
Well, some people does it really well, and some people tend to kind of does it, you know, very different. This is why we roll the clip, just kind of show, you know, how well some of this stuff is produced and how balanced the information that you put out, which I think is really, really cool. The other thing too, that at least for me, feedback-wise, I feel like whenever people or any journalists or even YouTubers, they tend to be very neutral in terms of information. I've never heard anybody say, I didn't like this bike, or I really like this bike. It's very flat plane. Here's all the information. You sway it where you want it to.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
But here's the thing: is it any particular reason why it's always laid out that way, where it's just, hey man, I got on this bike, I rode it, I didn't like it, kind of thing, or at least tell your story around as to why it's not. I think the reason why I'm kind of mentioning this, I feel like this is probably one of the reasons why a lot of younger YouTubers are somewhat coming on really strong on the scene regarding reviewing products, because you get the raw deal. I think when you talk about professional journalism, it's always on a neutral aspect. It's like, hey, it goes this fast, this much horsepower, suspension is this way, you decide what you like. I think when you have like a young guy coming through, or a guy that's just like not with any corporation, it's like, listen man, I jumped on this R1, it was very uncomfortable, love the sound, they'll tell you like straight off. So and again, I think this is a professional aspect. Like if you're doing professional journalist work, you can't do it in that manner. So I'm just kind of wanted to hear your thoughts here.
Well, no, I think you're right. I just ride the vehicles and just talk how I see it. I just say it how it is. And they don't really make very many crappy bikes anyways nowadays, so it's not that hard, but at the same time, like, a lot of the bikes, it's sometimes a little bit hard to get excited about them because, we've ridden on them for a million years and they're just old, so, maybe that's why the excitement isn't there as much, but realistically, no one really makes any crappy stuff, like that KTM 450 SMR, that was a decently fun bike. It was decently fun for sure. So, so it just, everyone's different. And then maybe the folks who are making the vids, they just don't have the experience. Like, Ben and Jerry's vanilla ice cream, like, oh my God, how did that thing that I put in my mouth, why was that so good? Oh my God, I've never had something so tasty. Well, they've never had vanilla ice cream before, so it's like the same thing as the guy riding the R1 or whatever. It's all the same, so it's all just depends on your like perspective, Yeah.
So, by the way, Ebe is on now. For sure, say what's up.
What's up?
But
what's up, pal?
I think to some degree, I think it's kind of cool that you're mentioning this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think when you have someone that's not as experienced with riding a wide variety of bikes or certain really high-end motorcycles, the minute that they get on is just super excited and they express that and people take that as a, rock solid review. But when someone is calm and composed, which earlier I just said, oh man, you sound jaded, but more that I'm reading into it and listening to what you're saying, with a long-term experience of riding, experiencing multiple bikes, you can set aside the, oh my God, I'm being flown out to this area to ride this bike. You could really be composed and tell your thoughts and opinions about it, which is kind of cool. That's one really good way of seeing it.
Calm and composed is the way to do it. Like if you look at any professional person who's really good at their job, they're calm and composed. Do you think a guy flying an F-22 Raptor isn't calm and composed? Do you think a guy who's the commander of a nuclear missile submarine is not calm and composed? Like anyone who's really good at their job is calm and composed. That's just kind of how it has to be.
I agree.
If you're not,
you're breaking up.
If you're acting,
go ahead.
Oh, I said if you're acting, well then there's a time and a place to turn up the volume or be different. But for all this stuff, I think calm and collect's kind of the way to do it. When I watch, my favorite YouTube personalities, most of them are all calm and collect. Yeah, they get a little bit animated about some stuff, but more often than not, they're just calm and collect.
Out of since you mentioned this lightly, some of your favorite YouTubers, who would you say that are in that? What are your top threes that you like watching and enjoy?
Probably my favorite YouTube dude right now is this guy named Patrick Bet David. He has this YouTube channel called Valuetainment, and he just talks about like economics and like business and entrepreneurship and that type of stuff. So I love this guy. His videos are so awesome. He's so smart. So I really, watch a lot of his videos. Also watch this video, I think his name is it's like Black Dragon Blog, and he just talks about like relationships and chicks and like how to deal with chicks and how to deal with money and just how to deal with like relationships. So I watch a lot of his stuff too. I kind of haven't been watching as much of his stuff though. I've been watching a lot of just like valuetainment. And then I also have been starting to watch this guy, I don't necessarily agree with him, but this guy, he's kind of a character that Dave Ramsey guy. He's like some old bald guy on the East Coast who does like economy, or he like talks about economy and business and finances, and he's kind of a rough around the edges guy, but I don't always totally believe in what he's saying, but I like his videos, so I just watch him.
Yeah, I think Ramsey's interesting too.
You think so too?
I think Ramsey's interesting. He has a slow route to building your wealth, or at least having a solid amount of money to have. It's not. I think it's more for the general public that's not looking to multiply whatever they have quickly to gain wealth. So, but it's more of a long-term game.
No, he's like an old. Yeah, he's like an old school economist guy, But I don't know. That's why I like these YouTube vids. It's just because, that's all. I don't watch Amazon, not because I don't want to watch Netflix or Amazon. They don't have anything. All their shows suck. And YouTube is the only thing you can find anything that's cool.
Well, so here I would recommend this person. You might like him. I like watching him. It's called his channel's called Graham Stefan. He's a finance guy as well.
Graham Stefan?
Graham Stefan. He's really good, very good financial advice.
I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, he's cool. I think he left Cali for Vegas.
He popped up on my YouTube feed. I haven't seen his videos, but I've seen that name on my YouTube feed.
Yeah, he does basically break down finance breakdowns on the best way to kind of compile your money and live below your means to kind of flip your money. He's very talented. He's not just talking, he's actually very wealthy also. And he's a very young guy, so his state of mind is very different. But just to kind of quickly bounce to that. Funny thing is, when I did ask you your top three, I thought you were going to say top three motorcycle people you like. But we went more general, which I'll take.
Oh, no, sorry, man. I like this. I like 650E videos for sure. Sometimes the street racing is a little bit much for me, but I still like it. But honestly, I don't really watch motorcycle videos besides 650E. Like, I don't watch any motorcycle videos. When we were talking, and I was like, look at my TV, and there was a dirt bike. I don't even know why that was really on there because I never watched that stuff. So I don't really watch a lot of motorcycle videos at all on YouTube, or car videos for that matter. All I really watch is like economy stuff, and then there's that weird kind of kooky guy, that Scotty Kilmer. He's like a automobile mechanic who has this big YouTube channel, and he's such a quirky guy that it's fun to watch his videos. But I don't really watch a lot of motorcycle videos or any power sports videos for any kind of like moving wheels, engine, no engine videos. I like YouTube for like just economy stuff and business and relationships. And I've also kind of been more into like aviation lately. So I've been watching, there's this guy who makes these videos about like the F-14 Tomcat. Because Top Gun 2 just came out.
Yes. And
he used to fly these things for U.S. Navy. Ward Carroll's his channel. And he does videos. He did a great video on just like a synopsis. It's basically it's almost like kind of gave a review like I would do, but he never actually operated this aircraft, but he gave like a presentation on why this aircraft was built, what was the purpose of it. It was on that MiG-2030 Foxbat, which is literally it's like one of the fastest fighter jets to ever been produced. And so yeah, I'm kind of into aviation right now.
So do you find yourself moving from stuff to stuff? Because it sounds like you're a red pill guy. If I were to guess, since you're looking at a, huh?
I think so. I don't even know really what that term is, but I kind of get it. So I think maybe I am. I don't know. I'm pretty neutral, dude. I'm kind of not really anything.
Because you're looking at finances and relationship. Because most guys that look at relationship, they tend to be red pill guys a little bit, just kind of understand everything. But and now you're moving more towards aviation, man. What else is on your plate?
Nothing much, you know. I went mountain biking today, so that was really fun. You know, I'm mountain biking a long time. I broke my arm a couple months ago, so that kind of slowed me down. And then, you know, I've just been kind of lazy. I've just been so lazy this summer. So we actually got some rain the other day here, which we never get rain like that. So the trails were nice and moist. So, you know, I just, you know, dusted off my mountain bike and went mountain biking, and that was really fun. And, you know, I can't wait to go again. Sometimes I forget, like even with the motorcycles, I won't do some type of riding for a long time. I'm like, I don't want to do it. It's boring. It's stupid. I don't want to do it. And then I do it. I'm like, oh, that was fun. Oh yeah. And then I'll try to do that a little bit more than I used to do, just because I forget how fun it is, you know?
So quick question. So what is, I know you've been on supermotos, super bikes, adventure bikes. I think I've seen you on cruises. Have I seen you on cruisers? What would you say would be your
cruisers?
Okay, so what's your favorite style of riding, man? I would say it has to be super bikes, so it sounds like everything else is a bore at this point.
Yeah, no, super bikes are always fun, but I like dirt biking. I like dirt biking and outing. I like being able to go off the beaten path and just get away from civilization and be in Mother Nature and just like explore stuff. And, you know, dirt biking is fun because there's not really any rules. You know, it's like when you're dirt biking, you can just kind of do whatever you want. There's no speed limits. There's no anyone to tell you what to do. You know, they can't really give you a ticket, even if you're doing something bad, 'cause they have to catch you. So, and you just won't let them catch you. So it's kind of like awesome, honestly. So I like dirt biking. You know, that's probably my favorite. But I always seem to get hurt dirt biking. Not a lot, but if I ever get hurt, it's dirt biking. So I'm like, oh God, why am I doing this? But it's so fun, so I kind of just have to keep doing it.
Okay. So
but I like all kinds of motorcycling. Variety is the spice of life. You know, I like riding street bikes and naked bikes, and I like even riding scooters sometimes, you know. The other day we rode an electric motorcycle, and, you know, electric motorcycles are cool too. A lot of people hate on them, and yeah, you know, they're not maybe as entertaining to ride as, you know, an internal combustion engine equipped vehicle, but they're still neat. You know, everything's neat.
you know what's so funny? You're the first person to admit they're not as entertaining. See, that here's the
maybe. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Well, you know, it came out naturally, man. I'll let you coast, and you said it yourself. I think they're cool, but just like you mentioned, not as entertaining, not having that characteristic where you feel the engine, you hear the sound. I think that's the missing piece to the equation, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're cool. Maybe they're not as cool, but they're gonna get cooler.
You think so?
It's just a matter of time before those things are what they are. Like, you know, it's already kind of happening. You know, the writing's already in the wall. You know.
You know who has the right idea? I think who's doing something that's really cool. I think potentially could be something that brings electric bikes to the forefront. Triumph. I think T1000. What is it called? I think I'm not sure which Triumph. The concept version. I don't know. Have you seen that Triumph concept electric bike?
Which one?
Let me see. I'll pull it up. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you.
Oh, the Triumph T1 or something?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know how I remembered that.
Nah, because it's probably in the back of your mind, man. It's a really cool bike, really, actually, and I think their approach on naked bikes, well, at least electric bike, is something that's going to be cool. Let me just kind of pull it up real quick so people could see it. Take a look, guys. This is what I was just referring to here.
Yeah, they've been talking about this vehicle since 2019.
Well, what's interesting about this bike, it's not just really a Triumph motorcycle. I think a lot of people are unaware of this. This bike here is it's a prototype, but it's done by several companies. Actually, let me hit here. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Crazy.
They're using the Triumph Speed or Street Triple chassis, and then another company's developing the Power Pack, and then another company's designing the engine. Well, it's not an engine, but the you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Williams F1's doing the battery, they say. That's kind of cool. Yeah, if Williams F1's doing it, that's boss. I think it's Williams Advanced Engineering, same as Williams F1. I bet anything it is.
20-minute charge time. I think, you know, before any of these things kind of take off, and you can see the Olin suspension here. I think it looks really, really good here, guys. I mean, this is the closest thing that looks very modern, very futuristic, but then it doesn't disconnect what a motorcycle is to most people. And I think what happened is when we're talking about electric bikes, there's a disconnect that happens almost to the point where it's either looks super futuristic and it sounds floaty, but you know, Triumph's approach still is, you know, keep people's mind in the same motorcycle aspect, but it's electric.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
Oh,
they always do a good job with styling.
Yeah.
Minus the stupid bug-eye headlights. The bug-eye headlights.
Oh my dude! Oh my! Adam is a savage when he's not professionally doing journalist, man. He's like, yo, stupid bug headlights.
Dude, the bug-eye headlights drive me crazy, dude. I do not like the bug-eye headlights.
So
like, I get the bug-eye headlights from Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, like 2007, you know, or 2000.
Hold on, you broke up. One more time.
You know, I get that, you know, like, oh, they just don't. Like on like the new bikes, I think they make the bike look stupid. Oh, the bug eyes, like I get where the bug eyes came from, and I get the iconic symbolism of the bug eyes in like 2007, like Mission Impossible. Like I get it, like I like it, I get it. But at this point, the bug eyes are they're played out. You know, just like KTM with their dumb insect look. The insect look, that is just played out, man. Like no more praying mantis insect look. It just looks ridiculous, I think.
Dude, you're going a little ham right now.
Sorry, man.
You're going a little.
I can't hang, man. The bug eyes, I can't do the bug eyes, and I can't do the praying mantis trap. Like I can't see that anymore.
Well, so here's the thing. Just like you said about how most of these motorcycles, they're all great, right? And they're all really good. Come on, dog, get out of here. My dog's just trying to come in my office. So, you know, they're all good. And what's tough about these brands, it's really trying to find a way to segment everything off to make them each special, you know? And I think that's why they latch on to those styling parameters. Well, you know, they have to figure out a way to actually make themselves appear different. But to be honest, I think where they could really do that, me personally, I think Ducati does this well. The L-Twin they had before the V4 had a distinct characteristic, distinct sound. Granted, some of them weren't easy to ride and were hot, but it has its own uniqueness. Triumph does the same thing with the triple inline engine, where it's unique enough, it's sounding. The R1 with the cross-plane crank sounds unique enough. And these are the things that are important to us regular riders, I think. These small characteristics, I think they're trying very hard. Somebody like Triumph, they're trying very hard to maintain, making it like a design cue almost, really. Keeping the headlights. They refuse to move away from it. I think that's the case.
Well, yeah, because that's like their signature. Like, why would you buy a Yamaha versus a Triumph? Like, they're all the same, basically, at this point.
We're not buying it for the headlight, man.
What's that?
We're not buying it for the headlight. That's I don't think so. I think they think so, but we're not picking.
That's what they think. That's why they do the styling like that. They because the bikes are so similar. They're like, oh, we gotta stand out somehow. We're gonna make all our bikes are gonna have these ridiculous bug eyes on them, and then everyone will know that it's a Triumph or a KTM or a XYZ bike.
Yo, raw and uncut Adam. right now.
What's
This is raw and uncut Adam right now. That's what's happening.
Well, that's what it is, you know. And then, you know, sometimes it just depends. Like, you know, sometimes they'll change the styling. Like look at Ducati. Like Ducati changes it up. Like, yeah, they kind of have, you know, some styling ethos for sure, but they don't have to. Like, they'll change it up. They'll have different designs. Like, they're not scared of changing things up. I think sometimes these manufacturers just get so stuck in a rut. They're like, oh, we gotta keep it the same. You know. To be fair, this T1 bug eye headlights actually kind of looks cool because of those really bright, visible LED positioning lights. It almost makes it look like a Street Fighter, you know, V4 sort of, and it kind of hides the bug eye of the headlight. You know,
so here's the thing.
Maybe those are.
Ducati can afford to do that because they're industry leading. They can say, hey man, every 3-5 years we're gonna change it up, and I think they're very assured in whatever design they pick that people are gonna love it, because they've had one miss on that Superbike they did with the double lights most people don't like, but outside of that, Ducati's been pretty, you know, on point with picking design cues from their old lineup to something new.
Yeah, they do a good job.
So what's your take, since you don't like the bug eye headlight, what's your take on the MT10 headlights, man? You like them, right? You like those?
Yeah, I think the Transformer look is good, you know, like, you know, there's some things that kind of, like the stupid horn that always pisses me off, the horn that you can see, that always bugs me, and some other, like, little nitpicky fit and finish things that I can't really think of right now because I'm not looking at the bike. But, yeah, I think Yamaha does good, you know, with the MT. I think it's cool. You know, it's not always going to be like that. It'll be like that for a while.
Yeah, I think the MT10 looks like a pretty cool bike. I mean, the bug eye headlight is okay. It's not my favorite look on
but I think we're out MT's.
Yeah, I don't think the MT10.
It's not my favorite, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are not a huge fan of it, but I think they do it a little bit different from Triumph though, and I think slowly it might grow on people, but I think most people that are grabbing this MT10, they're not really grabbing it for looks per se. Like, for example, in your latest review, you showed the vent, or you talk about the vents right at the top of the gas tank. That's a really dope feature where it allows the sound of the cross-plane crank to flow through to your face as you're riding. So that's kind of pretty cool. I don't think people are picking it for looks, which I think Yamaha kind of pressed on that as well. It's more about the ride and the feeling for them.
Well, no, people buy bikes. I mean, when you're buying a bike, it's primarily just by the way it looks. You know, looks is such a big thing with people buying bikes. I mean, maybe not for you, you know, maybe not for someone more experienced, but like looks is like 90%. If you have a bike that looks sick, but it's a piece of POS, people will still buy that thing. If you have a bike that works really good but doesn't look cool, they ain't gonna buy it.
No, I completely agree when we're saying that. I'm just saying I agree. Granted, I have Ducati, so I definitely have a soft spot for picking bikes based on how they look, and then performance is like a bonus for me almost. But if you read some of Yamaha's, you know, press stuff and stuff, their main focus is really performance, how the bikes sound. They're not focused to. And I feel like that's a small jab at Ducati when they say that. We don't make bike to look good. We make them to ride, or something like to be good at riding. I think it's almost like a small little jab when they say something like that, I feel like. So.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it is. It's a soft jab or a soft blow or something like that where they kind of say it, but still, they're still industry leading, and I think they're really catching up in terms of looks as well. So. I never really hear people complain too much regarding KTM headlights. You're the first person that actually brought this up. What is it that you don't like about the KTM, man?
I can't deal with the praying mantis look, dude. Oh my god, this is too much for me. No more praying mantis look.
So you can't do KTM, at least the look of it.
Just that the praying mantis thing's just played out. I guess that's played out. Like they just need to get new design language for the street bikes. They all look the same. They all just look like an ugly insect.
Oh my!
You know?
Oh. All right. So, what do you, okay? You tell me. Tell me, what do you like? What are some of the designs that are out there that's striking, that's good in terms of looking good, and you enjoy the performance? You tell me.
Aprilia's doing okay. You know, BMW is doing okay.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about BMW. You like even the asymmetrical? You like that one too in the back in the days.
Oh yeah, asymmetrical's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
You threw me for a curve, man. I thought you was gonna say no, you didn't like that, since you didn't like any of the other hot takes.
No, I'm cool with asymmetrical. They don't really make asymmetrical bikes anymore. They went just more conventional again, but that's fine. Yeah, I think they do good. Ducati does good. You know, Kawasaki's a little bit. It just depends. I don't know. Their Z bikes look pretty cool. You know, they don't ride as good as they look, but they look nice. You know, the
I actually like the Gen 5 Kawasaki more than the
bikes. They look real nice. They look expensive. You know, those are good. What else? What?
No, sorry, you broke up a little bit. I was gonna say that just kind of filtered through. I like the Kawasaki Gen 5 more than the newest one. To me, I've always felt like it looked a little unfinished.
What do you mean the Gen 5?
The Superbike, the Kawasaki Superbike, they had the last gen before this current model they have now.
Oh yeah, I don't like the new one. I think the new one kind of looks dumb. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it looks dumb. They copied the ZX6R look. You're not supposed to do that. They copied a smaller bike and made the big bike look like the small bike. Why would you do that?
Well, that's pretty common though. That's common design trait. I think most people filter. I mean, it's more apparent now because they're trying to make each line. So if I'm reading into this right, they take the Superbike that's doing extremely well and they bleed down to pretty much the street bike, the naked bike. You have design cues being passed down. Before it used to be the engine. They changed the tune, but now they're trying to. For example, the MT line. You can clearly see, you know, from the MT-07, MT-09, SP, MT-10, there's little cues that they all look somewhat like as if they're part of the same family.
Yeah, but you got to do it from the top down. You can't do bottom up. Bottom up doesn't make sense, you know?
Well,
I guess the ZX10, I mean, like, it kind of looks ZX6R-ish, but then they kind of did some different styling attributes a little bit. So maybe they're going to start trickling down that like pointed, you know, double tier nose thing into the other bikes. You know, that thing kind of looks cool a little bit. Looks kind of, you know, like futuristic a little bit.
So what's your take on the R1 with the Fang-like style, with the headlight, the front fairing of that? What's your take on that?
I love R1. R1's always awesome. R1's awesome, but it's looking a little bit old, you know, realistically at this point. But it's still awesome. But it is looking a little old.
You think so?
I think a little bit, yeah, especially compared to the other, you know, bikes that are a little bit more sharper, have a little bit more lines now, you know, a little bit more sculpted designs.
Did you prefer the older R1?
Yami's so cool. Yami's classic. Yeah, I love Yami. I'll never not like Yami R1s.
Did you like the older version with the bug eye in the bottom a little bit?
It was okay. I mean, I didn't really like it the most, you know, but it was okay, you know, kinda, sorta. I mean, I guess it's not nearly as cool looking as it is now, but it didn't bug me. I kind of like that the bug eyes with the two halogen round headlights, the big like feet nose, you know. Yeah, it was okay.
No, it didn't bother me much. I just didn't like the fact that one headlight was on until you did the high beam. That was the only thing.
Oh, I like that.
Really?
That was cool. Yeah, I like that.
Dude, you're the first person I've chat with that don't mind one headlight off and then one on. You're the first person ever.
That was cool. Because then it's just one on, and then if you want them both on, you just hit a switch and it's both, you know? Well, I don't know. It's not a big deal either way.
I think most people's approach is that you get a lot more lighting covering when you are on the road. At least that way, drivers can identify you a little bit better. I think that's most people's approach. That's why I think most people are like, "Oh yeah, I want it to be that way."
Well, I always ride with my brights on anyway, so it doesn't even matter, you know.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm just quickly looking at here at the chat here, see if anybody. Somebody was just asking here. I think Solo Rider mentioned how long do you have? Does it get to ride the bikes for an extended amount of time prior to doing some reviews? I'm seeing certain channels starting that stating that they've had there for months, even close to a year. Yeah. So I was just wondering if bikes are loaned out to you for a long period of time, or is it something that you do one day and you have to give your opinion on?
Yeah, it just kind of depends. You know, sometimes it's, you know, one day or a couple hours. Sometimes it's, you know, 1 week. Sometimes it's, you know, 1 month. Sometimes it's 1 year.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I don't know. It just kind of depends, you know. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It kind of depends. It's always nice to be able to ride them longer, but you know, 1 day is okay too. You know, it's kind of nice just riding them for 1 day, and then it's just in and out, and then it's gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, and you can move on to something else. But it just depends. You know.
So while we're here, I might as well ask. Every time we have the stream, I always kind of, if it's an industry professional, we always kind of use the opportunity to kind of ask, because we have a lot of aspiring either riders, people that are wanting to be in the industry. What would you say your best practices or best route would be to kind of either be a journalist or at least produce content where you could do it professionally as you're doing? What would you say, what would be your advice to anybody that's watching this now or later?
Well, probably the best advice would be, you know, number one, you know, the best thing to do would probably be to try to get like a college degree in like English or literature, or, you know, learning how to write. You know, that's probably going to be your first step. But, you know, it's also worth mentioning though, like my job and jobs like mine, they don't really exist, man. Like they don't exist. So, you know, if you're looking to try to get that job, you know, there's so few amount of those jobs, and realistically, they're not gonna, that whole world's not gonna get any bigger. It's only gonna get smaller, you know. So realistically, your best job would be just to start a YouTube channel, man. Start your own YouTube channel, you know. Just do your own YouTube channel, make your own blog, and just do it yourself. You know, because realistically, like jobs like mine, they don't really exist, you know. And if you don't want to just like, oh, I'm going to get that job, because that job doesn't really exist, you know. You're better off just learning how to speak and write in English, and then just making a YouTube channel and a blog.
Okay, so here's the thing. Starting a channel is very difficult. A lot of people take a long time to do it, or at least gather, you know, a big following enough to have an impact. Would you recommend to even write articles also in conjunction to a video drop?
Yeah, write an article and publish it on your blog, and then make a video too.
Okay.
Yep, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach also. But I mean, what about when we're talking about reaching out to brands or something like that, or companies that's looking, or is it something that you just sit back as you produce, you wait until somebody follow up with you? But I would assume you'd be more of a go-getter if you're tackling being in that industry on your own, or really just starting your own channel or your own vlog to write your own articles and stuff. You have to be somewhat of a go-getter to get gigs.
Yeah, you'd have to be a go-getter for sure. Nothing's gonna fall in your lap, you know. I mean, maybe if your like channel was really big or something like that, like if you're like Casey Neistat or something, it might fall in your lap. But besides that, you know, you kind of have to be the protagonist and go, you know, try to find the people to work with, you know, and then prove yourself. And then after you prove yourself, realistically, you're going to have an easier time. But there's so much turnover at these companies that, you know, realistically, you're still going to have a hard time because, you know, you could start a new relationship with a company, but then that person gets canned or whatever happens in 6 months, and then you got to start from square one. I see it all the time, you know. So, you know, but you definitely have to be the protagonist.
So you can't do this just sitting in your own space, your own town, writing articles, recording your own videos and uploading it. That's one aspect. Would you say you would have to attend events? For example, I'm going to New Jersey event with Black Moses and Jason Britton, actually, just to kind of network also.
That's awesome.
Actually next
How's
week.
How's Jason Britton?
Sorry? No, well, I'm going to see him on Saturday on this event. I think that Black Moses is going to be hosting, so that's going to be kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. I love that guy, dude. Jason Britton's the man, dude.
Yeah, hopefully we can get him on as well. He did mention he want to be on the stream, so that's going to be kind of cool. But would you say you would have to get out there and network as well, like just kind of do it the old school way? It's like a mix of digitally doing stuff from home or recording and editing and writing, and it has to be on all fronts almost, I'd say, at least from my experience.
Yeah, you got to be in the field, man. The digital world will only get you so far. You know, we're starting to live more and more in the digital world, but you still got to be in the real life world and like go do stuff and be seen, you know. It's just the way it is. But just being seen in itself isn't, you know, just enough. You got to kind of do it double prong action, you know, digital world and real world. So yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that would be the same thing to me, because at least with my experience, it's a lot of chasing, or at least a lot of reaching out in order to kind of make a path, especially when you're more of a smaller channel, I think so. But it's very interesting to hear, you know, I mean, to have a degree to actually do it. I think a lot of people that are starting out, where they're just doing YouTube, I don't think that's their background. So this is why in the beginning I was talking about with you meeting other people that's doing YouTube content creation. I know, for example, a couple of other YouTubers were flown out by Harley, and they were all in the same room with YouTube content creators, and then you have your traditional journalists that actually, you know, went to school for journalism, covering things. So I think those are very interesting to see those two worlds colliding, and that's why I was trying to get your take and feel on how that your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think it's neat too.
Yeah. Have you seen anybody where they've been in a room with other people where it's like, oh, well, these guys are not real journalists, they're just YouTubers kind of thing?
Oh yeah, people say it all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, people say it all the time, but that's just the way, you know. Not everyone knows how the world's going, or, you know, not everyone even knows what YouTube even is, you know. So it's like, it would be an easy thing to say, you know.
Well, the thing is, I think it's kind of a weird way to think about it this way, and I think maybe a little bit of fear might have something to do with it. When, you know, especially if you've been through school for 4 years, you paid tuition, and then you finally landed your dream gig, and then, you know, someone who just very popular and producing content just joined the conversation. You're like, man, what the hell's going on? So I think but in that same breath, things, as you mentioned, things do change, things do adjust or progress. You know, I think, you know, I like the fact that, yes, you went to school and then you write your articles, but you're also changing with the time, producing content as much as possible, and really adding that to your arsenal instead of saying, man, screw these guys, they're not like me, I'm better. You know, you're just evolving with the space.
Yeah, man, I'm like you. I'm inclusive, so everyone's welcome, you know.
Yeah.
But not everyone's like that. It's the way it is.
Do you foresee that people that are not like that, would you say down the line, either they're going to get phased out, because either you join the movement, or at least change with it and grow with it, or you get left behind. It's like a lot of people that was stuck with print in the beginning. It's like, oh, it's digital magazine. No, I'm not game for that. I'm not going to do that. And you know, either you get left behind or you start writing those PDF articles and submitting them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The world's weird. I don't know why things happen the way they happen. You know, I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
You know. But there's always been, you know, people who are, you know, like whatever. I can't think of the real term, but just like people who are unwilling to accept stuff. So it's always been like that since the dawn of time, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, things change. You just gotta go with the flow and just see what happens.
I agree, but I think it's all happening for the good, man. I think it's allowing us to reach more people, younger people, potential new riders that are a lot younger that can relate to, you know, certain people. And I think that's the one thing that people that has that idea, right? Mm-hmm. They tend to not be able to step outside of themselves, to see outside of themselves, to say, okay, yeah, man, I push these articles, I do this stuff, and I went to school for it, and I'm great at it, and I do some great work, which is fine. People read those articles and say, oh, yeah, I want to get this bike. I think it's got a great potential, or I do a test ride. But you have to remember, there is also a large group of people that don't see those articles, and that someone else that's doing it slightly different are reaching that demographic, which helps all of us because they still filter through and become riders. At some point, they will bump into those articles too, which I think that's really cool. And I think if you're very narrow-minded, you won't see that happening. You're just gonna say, man, no, you can't be doing it. I've been doing it this way. That's what it should be.
Yeah, I can't be narrow-minded. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
You know, you bring up a good point.
Yeah, because in the end, everyone end up being the same. But I gotta tell you now, man, you mentioned dirt bike. You really like dirt bike. I just bought a dirt bike. Very, very excited for the stupid dirt bike.
Congrats, man.
I haven't even told anybody I bought. This is the first time actually on the my channel I mentioned I bought the dirt bike. It's been sitting in my garage for about a week and a half now. And some of the best practices, man, you would share with me to be safe on a dirt bike. Ideally, what I bought the dirt bike for, I wanted to hone my skill a lot more and really be able to wheelie really well and be able to control my wheelies and stuff like that. And just, you know, I bought new gear and everything. So I just wanted to hear, what's your best take? What would you advise me to be safest?
Well, I gotta get going here pretty soon. But, you know, if I was to give you a tip to be safe on your dirt bike is, you know, learn, or you have all the riding gear, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a place to ride, like an open field?
Yeah, there's some space around here that we can explore, yes.
Okay, well then I guess my first tip would be just to, you know, just take it easy and just work up to it, you know, like work up to it. Those bikes are, which bike did you get?
It's right in between KLX 140 RL.
Oh, okay. So it's like a smaller bike.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna step it. I didn't want to jump right into and just make like a dumb mistake. I'm like, you know, step to it and then bounce.
Well, the good thing about those smaller bikes is like they can't, as long as you're wearing the right gear, it's kind of hard to hurt yourself on those things, you know?
That's the idea.
You know, I'm happy that you got a smaller bike. I thought you were like going to be like, oh, I got a KX 450, you know?
Come on, man. I'm wiser than that. Come on.
I would just take it out to an open field and just start slow and, you know, and just kind of see how things go, you know?
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I really went that route because I didn't want to get something full on like a 450 or a DRZ. I just open up the, you know, the door for more mistakes to happen. I'm like, I'll start there and I'll step it, you know? As soon as I get more comfortable with it or whatever, and the turnaround for those bikes are great. I could sell it right back or whatever.
Yeah, you'll sell it for exactly what you bought it for, if not more. You know, that was smart of you.
Yeah. All right, Adam, man. I'm gonna let you go, but thank you so much for tuning in. I know you had a short amount of time. Just let the people know where they could find you or find your article before you go and stuff like that. I will link everything in the description. So, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, you can find all my written articles, on the motorcyclistonline.com blog. And then you can find my videos on the Motorcyclist Mag YouTube channel. So youtube.com/motorcyclistmag. And then my personal handles is just at, my name, ADAMWAHEED.
All right. Adam, thank you so much for coming through, man. Really appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time. I know you're a busy person. Thank you. I'm just going to hang out with everyone here, just go through the comments and chill for a bit, but I really appreciate you coming through, man.
Thanks, man. I hope to ride with you one day or come out to one of the Black Moses' clutch control events.
Yep, that's the event I'm heading to on next Saturday, actually. It's here in New Jersey, yeah. Very excited for that. I
can't wait to make one of those.
So we'll be seeing each other for sure.
Which bike are you going to bring out there?
I might drive. I don't know. Either my Hyper or the Street. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple to pick from. So.
You have Street Fighter V4?
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Would you say that's a good one for you? I know there's a lot of bikes you don't like.
I mean, that bike's hotter than hell. Like, it roasts your gonads, but man, it's fun to ride. And it looks cool.
Yeah, I might even just end up driving because it's a four-hour drive, and I wanted to make sure I bring some equipment to record the event and stuff like that. So who knows? I'm still debating. If for now, I'm in the talks about what should I do. Should I ride or should I just drive there? So it's in the air for now.
Get a Sprinter van and throw it in the back of the Sprinter van.
Dude, I've been trying to get a stupid van. I spoke with Ebe about it. I spoke to my boy 5Up and even mentioned it to Black Rose. They're just super expensive now from being able to get yourself a Transit. Or at least that's what was recommended to me, a Transit. It used to be like around 16 to 20 grand. Now there's $67,000 to get one. Use.
Just look on Craigslist. I'd recommend a Sprinter. That's what I have. And, the Ford Transits, they're not Sprinters, man. And the Ram ProMaster, that thing's just, they're not. You want a Sprinter. Get a Sprinter, dude.
All right.
Get a 2019 or newer Sprinter. Low roof. I like low roof, the short one. If you don't really need 4x4, don't get it. But if you're going to be off-roading, get 4x4.
No, I'm not going to be off. It's really just to trailer the bike to each location because at some point I want to go through the states with it. Just kind of bring two bikes and just chill.
Yeah, get a 2019 or newer Sprinter, low roof. Low roof.
Not with extended or no?
No, well, low roof you can't get extended. Low roof's just small and low roof. But they just drive nicer and they just look cooler,
Hmm? Oh, I didn't even get to ask you. What's your bike lineup like? I forgot to even ask that.
What do you mean?
What are the bikes you have right now in your garage? That's yours. I know you ride a lot of bikes that are for reviews and stuff, but I didn't ask you for your own collection.
I just have a RMZ 450 Suzuki dirt bike and then a CRF 450R Honda dirt bike. So I just have two dirt bikes.
Oh, so you really, really embedded into the dirt bike culture.
Bike. Yeah, I love dirt biking. It's so fun.
Yeah, I'm actually, well, I guess I probably shouldn't say it now, but I'll say it. But ideally, I was going to use that DRL for over the winter and then grab a Husqvarna 701 after I'm fully comfortable and just keep it.
Yeah, I heard those 701s have problems, though, is what I've heard.
Really?
That's what my buddy was telling me. He's like, yeah, they blow up. Oh, yeah, they suck up. I don't know. He was just telling me that. Maybe he's wrong.
No way.
You don't see a lot of them on the road here. We're on the trail, so that's why,
Well, in New York, it's tough to kind of get any Husqvarna. There is no dealer support. There is no, place you can go and bring the bike. So those are a little bit difficult to kind of, even KTM, we struggle with that as well. There's really, KTM, Aprilia, Husqvarna, there's very little support that you can get out here, which I would love to have that because I don't want to have to build a Supermoto. I wanted to just buy it outright.
Yeah, no, I get it. Buying it's the best. Building it outright is going to take too long, and it's going to be it's just too much. Sometimes it's easier just to buy
okay?
stuff.
Oh. My dog is acting up.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good chatting with you, Mike. Let me know
Yes, sir.
when we hang out again.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming through. Later.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, man, I had to bring him on real quick, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, man. I'm just going to hang out with you guys, go out through some comments, and answer any question you guys might have. So this would be your time, guys. Really, really happy that Adam came through on the stream, because he has limited amount of time, as you can see, even in the beginning, that he was kind of getting everything all together and stuff as he joined the stream. So really, really dope. I really appreciate him taking the time, really coming through. So if you guys have any questions or potential other guests you might want to see come on the stream, definitely let me know, because you know I'm out here grinding, trying to get as many people as possible, or at least they don't have to be big or famous or anything like that. We just like to have a conversation where we get to see people's motorcycle lives is all about. So that's kind of cool, man. Let's see here. Power Moto mentioned here, YouTube is a place to be. G. Let me see. Just quite a few comments that are on here, guys. I'm just kind of scrolling through them because there's a lot. Also, I didn't get to say what's up to Mr. Black Moses here. Very excited to see him Saturday. It's going to be a very cool event. The clutch control event. There's going to be the presence of Icon over there, Kawasaki, him, Jason Britton. I'm actually going to try to use this opportunity to butter up Jason Britton to come through on the stream. So wish me luck, everybody. Let me see what else we got here. Steve, right? Solo Rider 82. Does he get to ride the bikes for an extended amount of time? Oh, I read this comment earlier, which we did answer on the stream. And Adam Waheed is a spirit animal. Yeah, I would definitely say that, because inside. So here's the funny thing: is the entire time of me working on getting Adam on and to chat with him or whatever. By the way, guys, if you tuned in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. By the way, I would really appreciate it. It helps a lot. It helps push the channel up on the algorithm. I'm getting ready. I'm grabbing all the clips. I'm grabbing all the videos to kind of roll things out and have a structure on what I'm doing. He comes on like a bat out of hell, like gunshot off. This is probably one of the more interesting conversations that I've had, where I just allowed it to coast. And then I just kind of fed through it, which was kind of cool, actually. Had his own little groove. I could dig it. Let's see here. Mr. Black Moses just texted me, and I think it was kind of, I think it's something funny he sent me. It was awesome. Hold on one second. I'll take a quick look. It's a great photo of him and Adam, man. Adam seems like a really chill guy. I'm super excited, man, for Saturday, to be honest. I'm really debating if I'm gonna ride my bike or at least ride one of the bikes, or maybe just drive, because I think I want to bring my camera and stuff and shoot stuff. I actually really want to do, I don't know if you guys saw the Teach McNeil video I did of his stunt show. I was thinking it'd be a great opportunity to do something just as cool with Jason, and he's a legend, man. So I'm super excited to see him. And then also, you know, it's gonna be great to see Black Moses again. You know, any opportunity I get to see him and say what's up, man, I'm gonna take it, man. He's good people for sure. You should see him on the track. I'm assuming his 5-Up is referring to Adam here. That guy Kels came through to say what's up. Always great to see that. Chachon Jeremy, cruise or go hard. 5-Up mentioned it. Always love his honesty. And you know what's so interesting, guys? You know, as I'm prepping for the stream and stuff and seeing everything else, and I'm going through the clips, and I'm like, damn, man, I gotta be prepping stuff. I'm just gonna kind of pull this, might as well. By the way, guys, I didn't get a chance to do this a little bit earlier because because Adam is pressed for time, so I didn't spend a lot of time. Just wanted to say thank you to our sponsors, the people that support this channel. And as always mentioned, guys, Hard Knocks Coffee, owned by a writer, guys. If you ever want to show love and support to my channel, what we do here, you want to use the link that's in the description and shop for coffee. Again, you're not just supporting me, you're supporting a fellow writer, somebody that's passionate for motorcycles. Also provide coffee for MotoGP. Really, really dope. You want to kind of help and show love and support. That's how we continue having these streams, guys, by supporting like that. I don't sell anything. I don't, you know, tell you guys go buy this or buy that, but that stuff goes a long way, and I'm able to go to these events. I get some invites and stuff, and really, really cool. Also, favorite place to shop, Motivation USA. You definitely have to go there to grab parts for your BMW S1000RR. I'm gonna say that because that's what's here. But they cover pretty much a wide array of motorcycles, whether you're looking for exhausts, tools, merch. Motivation USA is the place I've outfit all of my bikes, actually. So, you know, the links are going to be in the description, and these guys are amazing. I have just received a slew of Ilmberger carbon fiber for my Street Fighter, and these are things that I have in the works that I'm producing via content and stuff like that. But definitely would appreciate it if you guys do take the time to support these brands that support me. You know, and as I was saying a little bit earlier, you know, when you watch a video of Adam, you know, the level of professionalism that he brings to the table is very different from who we got tonight, which was very cool, to be honest. Just gonna roll this one here, which was one of his MT10 here.
Hey folks, we just got done riding Yamaha's 2022 MT10 naked bike. It's a motorcycle designed for sport riding enthusiasts who want the power and performance and handling of a super bike, but in a more upright and manageable ergonomics package on the street. Now for 2022, Yamaha Motor Corp has done a number of very nice modifications to this MT10. Let's start with the styling. The body panels, especially this front fascia right here, is new, and I love the way it looks. I love the LED running lights that are neatly inserted.
By the way, the reason why I rolled this clip, as I was saying, is that when I watch some of his content, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I gotta be prepped, I gotta be on point, I gotta be in queue, have all my information. Dude, he comes in as a wild card, and I'm like, damn, okay, I didn't see that coming, so that was super interesting as well. So, which made things very interesting, and to be honest, I probably end up taking the stream very seriously as I'm doing it, where to the point where it's, you know, appears very serious. So I thought it was very fun and playful having a person like his that's on. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here what I got. Who else do I got here that popped up? Some comments. It looks like you guys are having some crazy conversation in the chat. By the way, I couldn't keep up like reading the live stream chat as everything was going, because it was a lot to keep up with Adam, man. Let's see here. Damn, 5 Up mentioned here, damn, Adam, superbikes are here in southeast Michigan are plentiful and stock. They're restricted and have a lot more potential. And I think if I have sold his Dragster, you guys might have seen it a couple of times on the live stream where he's shown it, and he didn't like the comfort level, not the bike itself. He just wasn't comfortable, and so he ended up getting rid of that. Let's see what I got here. Covert Mecha came through, of course. Let's see, Futuristic Viper was here also, which I'm sure is probably still on. Everyone's kind of chatting and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. Just want to make sure I say what's up to everybody before I wrap it up for the night. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Let's see here. Okay, that's the bike that I was referring to as well. Don on the Run mentioned the 999 was butt ugly. Yeah, I think that was the only Ducati that was built that didn't land. Also, we have a 5-up mention here. The MT10 is fugly. Oh my God, you guys are savages, man. I think the newer MT10 fits the mold a little bit more than the older one. I think they struggle with the look, but I don't think any of the Yamahas were really designed to just be beautiful, like drop dead gorgeous motorcycles that you need to have. They're more like performance, great sound, personality, and the way it made you feel. I think that's what Yamaha was going for, at least in that aspect of things. The new MT10 looks much worse. Yeah, I mean, some people are just not digging it at all. Oh, Sasson. Oh, I guess we have the census here. Most people do not like how the MT10 looks. Sasson mentioned here it's fugly. The R1 looks gorgeous. Let's see here. I love my Tiger 800 Rally. I don't know, man. I mean, Yamaha's a pretty big company, and I think Yamaha is, you know, they have the budget enough to hire some talent and then redesign the look. But I think they're already committed to the whole Transformer aspect, the whole look. Even the R1, I think, has that somewhat. My favorite part of the R1 is either the engine and the tail. The tail has a little Ducati aspect into it, I think so. Super Sport for Life, G. Let's see here what I got here. Clutch Control, that's that event on Saturday. Very excited for that. Get your doggy. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Convert Mecca was looking into a van as well. So Adam mentioned the Sprinter van, but my boy 5-up here, you could Convert Mecca, you could hit him up. He knows a lot about vans and knows a lot about cars and what's ideal. What he told me about grabbing a let's call it Ford Transit is that they're easy to maintain, they run forever, nice power. Also, they're not expensive. The Sprinter vans, they will be a little bit costly long term. So just a heads up regarding that. Let's see here. Eve mentioned here Jason Britton. He's the boss of all bosses. I think I would have to agree on that one, man. Hopefully, I can after Saturday we can be like, hey, next guest Jason Britton. So I'm gonna see if I could work my my magic Saturday. I'd say Dragoness Moto out of California. Dragoness Moto? I don't know who that is, actually. All right, I'll look her up, right? I'm assuming it's a girl because it says Dragoness. So I'll look her up to see who she is. Put her on. She's dope. Dragoness Moto. Actually, you know what? Let me do this real quick here. Is that on YouTube, by the way? Let's see. Dragoness Moto, 34 videos, 755 subscribers. I got her pulled up here. Yeah, she has a couple of content. Sasson, if you don't mind, man, tell her, drop me a DM on Instagram, and then I'll chat up with her a bit, see if she's free to come on. Yeah, I'm always excited to chat with people, man. They don't need to be big or anything like that. If they have a great story, why not? Let's get her on. We can all chat up and ask questions and stuff. Sasson mentioned Jason is a legend. I think that's the ongoing consensus here. Let's see what else we got. Chachon Jerry mentioned, I like to go to get back into dirt biking. but I do think it can be more dangerous than the streets. So as you guys know, man, I mean, I bought a dirt bike really, and I really set this goal for myself. I really want to have my wheelie game really strong, at least for 2023, and just really finding something new to play around with, and give me something to do, really. You know, a little bit of a challenge and get comfortable with doing something. So I thought it'd be great to kind of mess around. Okay. Sasson just sent me the link of Dragon S Moto, so I'll definitely check it out. I pulled it up also. Yeah, to find something that I'll be able to do in the winter. Also, it's going to be a dope thing to be able to continue produce videos throughout the winter on a dirt bike. You know, I could stay local near my home, ride for 15-20 minutes. If it gets too cold, I just go back home. I've also bought new gear and stuff. I bought boots that goes all the way up. I'm trying to do it as safe as possible. It's going to be an entire series. The cost of ownership, how much it costs for you to walk out the dealership with a dirt bike, the proper gear that you might need. I bought a new helmet, I bought new boots, jeans and stuff like that. So just a whole setup and stuff just to kind of do it nice and safe. The overall idea is to practice and learn it in a safe manner, and where I'm super comfortable, you know, not just cranking the throttle and just going out of control, really just clutch control. Oh, hence the event, clutch control. So I'm very excited to do that a lot. I'll be taking you guys along with the journey. I've already been shooting a lot of the videos. The reveal for the bike, of course, you guys have seen it here, so you've heard what it is, and that's fine. It's never really a big deal to me telling people what the bike is, but for the sake of YouTube, I will do like a reveal video, walk around video, the gear you need, best practices, and then you'll see my journey of starting fresh to wheelie to, I'm hoping by the time season comes around, I'm completely smooth. I intend to do it, to practice daily. So the more you do something, the more often you do it, the more likely you'll get the nuances and you'll understand the do's and don'ts and stuff. So very excited to be doing that, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy those videos. Again, it'll be something completely different than my Ducati stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing. Since you guys are part of the stream, you actually get a little inside of what's going on the back end, that what I'm planning and stuff like that. So excited for that. Let's see what else we can look up here, guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. Anything else you guys want to throw up? Let me see here. I need to get a race suit. Been looking for sponsors, for real. You need to look into damn, what it is. Okay, so I have a race suit coming, which it's been promised for months now. Last time I went to Texas, I partnered with this company. They did all my measurements. I just haven't gotten a chance to submit my logo and my design for them to send me the race suit. But everything is ready. I just gotta really take time. I just haven't had time between the stream, doing videos, or content. Hold on one second, guys. Just give me a quick second here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see. There we go. Alright, never mind. I was gonna try to do a hold real quick. Give me a second. I did it before. Well then, just hang tight here. Alright, hold on guys. 1 second, okay? Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to make a quick run real quick here. I had to pee. I probably shouldn't have shared that. That's kind of weird. Sorry. All right, there we go. Oh man, Anna is so on point. Yeah, the company that's doing my race suit is Mass. They do custom race suit, really cool guys. They already have all my stuff, to be honest. Let me see if I can pull up their site here. Definitely working on something in terms of them partnering with the channel. Mass race suit. They've done the entire Motivation USA team's suits. Even Honda has a race suit by them. Let me see here. Give me a second. Mass. I'm trying to quickly pull that up here. All right, here's their site actually. There you go. Here's the Mass website, guys. Let's see if I can get this right off here. Cookies, man. Every time you go to a site, it's like cookie madness, dude. So these are some of the Mass race suit. They do gloves as well. But yeah, they're doing a suit for me, and I just gotta submit my design or my logo and stuff and brand to put on there. Definitely check them out. They're great. When I went out to Texas, they ended up doing all my measurements and taking care of most of the stuff. But let's see what I got here for suits so you could kind of see. They even do kids suits as well. It's pretty quality stuff that they produce, man. I mean, I trust what they're doing. But the cool thing here is you can do a suit to your liking. You could do your own design, your own logo, your own branding. By the way, if you do end up getting a suit from them, let them know you're coming from my channel, because they're already doing me a favor, doing a suit for me. So it's the least I can do to give back, at least give them a little bit of promotion here. Actually, at some point we will be doing a lot more, and at least I'll be showing you guys my own suit that they did for me. But you know, they seem to be official, man. They do like custom stuff for children. They'll do your own colorway, basically whatever that you need that they'll make. Actually, let me see if I got here. I just want to see if there's a couple of the Motivation guys suit that are on here as well. Let's bring up the same. Let's hit up their Instagram. Instagram has a little bit more here. Okay, and this is one of their track suits, by the way. Let's see, there we go. Oops, sorry. Yeah, here's one of their suits. Their gloves also. This is Hunter Honda. He's a pretty big YouTuber. They did his suit as well. Oh, but here's a good one, actually. I have some pretty good story for you here. Yeah, these are all suits that they've done. Oh, that's pretty dope. So you get a template just like that. Just like as you're seeing here, they send you a template. You create your own design into it. You put all your logos where you want to have them. You tell them where the logos go, and they basically craft your suit for you. By the way, my boy Jacob from Motivation USA has crashed several times in his suit. I've seen it with my own eyes and touched his own suit. The leather's really nice, and he still rides in it, even though he's been down with his suit a couple of times, and it's still good to go. So, and he said it saved him a couple of times. These guys ride Road of America all the time, COTA, which is, you know, where GP happens, and he's crashed a couple of times with that suit. So that's proven right there. So definitely check them out, and yeah, totally worth it, because they're totally making my suit. And my colorway is gonna be red, black, probably a little high vis on there as well. So this is what you end up submitting to them based on the design that you pick. And then from there, there we go. Really dope. This is the actual thing. So from design to actual. Oh, and you know what's kind of dope? It's a husband and wife team, so that's always really cool, man. There you go. That's another design. Oh, that's cool too. I like that. I like that they do that as well. At some point, guys, there you go. You could see the actual design, and then you see the actual. So I think this is super cool. By the way, guys, if you're interested in having either the husband or the wife on the stream, actually, this is a great opportunity, and have them talk about their race suits that they custom build for clients. Let me know. I definitely got that plug, and they're very cool people. I think that'd be a good look if you guys want me to bring them on, or at least bring someone on to talk about what they do, cost, what kind of leather they use, the way they do the measurements to get your suit just right. And you don't have to be in their vicinity. They're actually located out of Texas. But you can do everything remotely and submit everything, and they'll build your race suit, man. Really, really dope, man. I'm actually glad this conversation kind of came up, that I could highlight this here. This is another one of the suit they made for this girl to match her bike. This is not to bash any brands or anything like that, but it's kind of cool if you're spending $1,000 for a race suit that you can actually make your own. You know, it's not saying a specific brand or logo. It will say mass suit because that's their logo, but ideally it's basically branded with what you want. You know, your bike, your YouTube channel, your Instagram page. That's kind of cool, man. All of it's really, really cool. Please let me know. Comment below. Let me know if you want me to bring him on. Look at that's Honda's suit. Yeah. And you could see he put a patch here for motivation. Really, really dope, man. Really, really, really cool. And I'm actually very excited. To be honest, I'm very lazy. Everything is pretty much done with my suit. All measurements has been submitted. Everything is just, I've just been so busy that I haven't taken the time to actually submit what I want, and then so they could send me the suit, which is kind of, isn't that amazing? We live in a world where we can get stuff like that and at least produce content, and I'm slacking to get my suit, right? You would think most people would jump on this so fast and get it done. But again, guys, you know, this is what happened when you end up making your time. Oh, look at that. It's kind of cool. So digital artwork of the suit, and then you have the actual leather produced. So yeah, we're at a time that is very strange, man, where I could get my tracksuit, and I'm so comfortable that you'd think I would do it. But this is just to kind of show you guys, man, you know, a lot of my time where I could have spent my Sunday where, you know, I focus on submitting the damn high resolution of the artwork to get my tracksuit, right? Or do my design of everything else. I didn't, right? Because I'm here with you guys. So, you know, I never really ask for much. You know, if you don't mind, thumbs up, comments. And whether it's the stream or a video I'm dropping, it helps. So I would say definitely drop, you know, that thumbs up, because that helps a lot. And speaking of that, man, I will definitely I'd wait till September. I'll submit my design or logo for my suit, but I'll definitely get it. It's just a matter of me just doing that, and then I'll have my suit. Isn't that crazy? And I didn't do it. Super excited. That was supposed to be actually a surprise down the line, but because I do plan on doing track days, and this was my gonna be my entry to it, as you guys know and stuff. I bought some new gear for like track and stuff, and I was gonna do the track suit, and that was mine. So here's one here for the motivation team, and they'll do any style, any design, and stuff like that, any logo, any brand. You can see all of the ones that they've done back here. So really, really cool. Very excited to kind of get involved with these guys. And if you guys want to see them come on the stream, let me know. I think that'd be kind of cool to have them on here as well. Let me see. Let's take a look. Wow, Hunter Honda has not uploaded in a year. Yeah, Hunter Honda. So Hunter Honda is a very, very cool guy. I hung out with him while I was out in Texas, man. YouTube to him is fun, and he likes doing YouTube. I mean, this is me probably just talking. Actually, this is probably a good chance too. If you guys want to see him on the stream as well, I could definitely reach out to see if you want to have a conversation and talk. and just go over like YouTube or whatever it may be. But here's the thing, his privacy and his time is very important to him, at least based on me having a conversation with him or talking or hanging out, whatever. He loves motorcycles, working and doing YouTube, but he likes his privacy a lot and don't want to be super public. And it's a very rare thing to see, because most of us, to be honest, even myself, a little bit of a narcissist, that you're doing YouTube or you're looking for clout or you glow up or something like that. He seems completely opposite, man. He's just chilling, having a good time and doing his thing and having a good time, enjoying life really, not like thirsty for like attention. So he's a very interesting individual. All I can tell you is that he's a very cool guy, fun to be around, great personality. So he's not that different from his videos, to be honest. He's probably even chill, like more chill outside of his videos. So that's just to say it. So these are all potential guys. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been about an hour and 50 minutes. Unless you guys want me to hang for another 9 to make it 2 hours, I'll stay. You guys tell me. Well, I'll just kind of wrap it up for the night, man. I'm really happy you guys tuned in, man. By the way, if you guys are watching right now, you didn't hit the thumbs up yet, please hit the thumbs up. It's appreciated. It helps a lot, and that's the only way. Oh, here's the other thing. I am about 1,400 subs to making 25,000. If you guys want to share the channel with somebody, let them know what we do here. That can help expedite me hitting 25,000. Again, the more this grows, the bigger guests I can get, the bigger people that's going to come through, the more people that's going to have a good time, or you're going to get to hear from industry officials, or maybe people that are in manufacturing motorcycles. They're going to come on here and talk. So it's really up to you guys to help this glow up happen. So definitely. Oh man, Sasong mentioned he was tired of me tonight. This is why I'm dipping out. I'm getting the hell out now. I know you're joking, man. It's all good. But it's always fun, man, hanging out with everybody. So I guess let's wrap it up. Guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate you guys coming through and being part of the live stream. Whether you stay for half an hour, the entire stream, or a little bit, or you hit the thumbs up, man. Truly appreciate the gesture. Don't think that it goes unnoticed. Let me see, was that a super chat here? What do we got here? Oh, we got a super chat by Sasong. I almost didn't get to mention that. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. All that stuff goes into what I'm doing. I don't pocket any of this money, to be honest. I look for ways to make my channel better, the streams better, getting better equipment and stuff like that. So that's where most of this stuff goes. For me, doing YouTube is a long-term game. It's not, I'm not looking to get all the stuff overnight. You know what I mean? I'm okay. My wife is okay in our personal life. So this is something that I do out of passion. I do it with you guys and share this. So always appreciate it, man. Whatever that you do or whatever that you contribute, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, Nizo's in the building. Oh man. She's one person that I think I'd like to have on the stream too. I think she's interesting. She rides a cruiser. She's a very petite young lady, and I would just like to hear her take. She's fairly new on YouTube as well, and it's a climb up. So I think hearing people that's just starting out, or at least their challenges, their areas of opportunity, is always very interesting. So at some point, I think that'd be really cool. Steve Turner's turning in. You know what? Actually, let me put up people's name on the screen as I'm reading them. I always find that it's a great way to give back while you guys are tuned in. That way, if somebody's watching this later. So that's the reason, guys, I actually always pop your name on the screen. It's not just because I'm doing it because it's cool. To me, I think it's cool that if somebody's watching the stream later, for example, they see Nizo's name or Sasong Moto or Solo Rider or whoever's tuned in, they'll see your tag, and it's almost like a small form of a shout out, you know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I put people's name on the screen as well. So Nizo, that's her. She also has a YouTube channel, and she came through better late than never, she mentioned. And of course Sasong did the super chat, which is also dope. And Steve Turner tuned in also. I was late getting in, but it's all good, man. You definitely want to watch this one and recap. Hit the thumbs up again. Again, guys, if you can, share the content, share a video. Let's get to 25,000, because I'm telling you guys, the people that I have lined up, the conversations, industry officials, some of the inside of the business that you might want to know about, that's how it's going to happen. That's how they're going to come through. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Just before I tuned out, man. I think I did show Covert Mecca. That's a dope name, by the way. Covert Mecca. When I'm picking YouTube names or handles, I never get to pick like cool names like this, man. You know, it's like kind of weird. I feel like everybody has a cool name except me. A cool handle. I shouldn't say name, handle. All right, guys. So this will be it, man. If you didn't watch this, you just missed it. Definitely watch in the very beginning. I know it might be a little bit, the palette might be a little palatable in the beginning because Adam was moving a lot. He was kind of settling in. Again, he's pressed for time, but just hang in there. Trust me, it gets good. A lot of really cool little gems on here in there. So, all right, guys. You all have a good night. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch you guys on the next one. Very excited to hit 25,000. Help me get there. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.